Hello, we're in Malta going to do a book review. We're going to do book review 72, 3, 4 and 5. So book reviews. These books cost nothing in England, and when I say cost nothing, I mean literally zero. You can pick them up in supermarkets, shopping malls, where they have these charity book stands, and the idea is you take books that you've read, you dump them, and you take books that you want, just do a swap. So these books are freely available in England in certain malls. So I was last in England and recently, and I went to this mall and grabbed a handful of books, and as I say, they cost zero. Quite strange. Online, they can be bought really cheap. For example, eBay. For example, Biblio. Abe, spelled A-B-E. And if you're in England, Oxfam has a very good second-hand book section. So there's lots available. With online, you have to pay the post, of course. So I picked these books up. I thought they looked like nice books. I was attracted to the cloth cover, which I always think is a good sign. So I'm going to look at the books. Now we've got Impressionist painters, and I struggle to tell the difference between all these painters. I'm not going to pretend I do. I struggle. I can tell they're French paintings usually, and I can sort of guess the age, roughly speaking, 1860 to 1920, roughly speaking. So we'll look at these books and see what we find. And they're from the collection of books called Spring Art Books. And I think there'll be more than these four. They faded slightly, so they've gone grey on the spine. Lovely quality. Cloth, linen effect. Okay, we'll look at the books. I'll try and make some interesting comments. I'll struggle to make interesting comments, but I'll try to. 1961. It's quite a nice book in 1961, I think that was. So there is a wall of detail and factoids, and I can tell that that's heavy going, and it's alluding to the 19th century so far. So Gauguin, 1848, going all the way through. It's quite interesting actually to see a dated biography like that. That's useful. Knows Pissarro, knows Van Gogh in Brittany. So I can see in here, I've got a snapshot. He's in France, he's in other places. All over France. And well, November 97 was vomiting blood. Tried to kill himself. Had problems with money. Oh dear. Sold his property. Dies. So was found guilty of libel and sentenced to prison and a fine of 500 francs. So this story is rather interesting. We'll look at the pictures. There's a description of plates and dates of plates showing where they're from. I wouldn't know which of these artists it was looking at it, but it's a lovely picture, of course it is. Van Gogh in there, I think, I would say, as a layman. Interesting palette of colours. Wow, they're wonderful pictures. They are different pictures, they're all different, quite different in style. I think that's Breton dress. Interesting hayricks. Or for drying reed, perhaps for roofing, I don't know. Writing on the picture is fairly unusual. Picasso did it later on. and lots of artists do it now. Banksy, Damien Hirst, all those sort of people put wording all over it. Shrigley is one who does it in England, uses rude words. We've got a crucifixion. We have a descent from the cross. Horrible. Very, very lurid colours, I'm surprised. Really pushing the colours. This is a Tahiti situation, it's French Polynesia, I think. Looks, well, it's not France with palm trees like that, it's going to be French Polynesia. Yeah. So it's colonial French. Looks lovely. Wonderful. We obviously had a good time there, you can tell. Colours are very bright. Roy Lichtenstein, oil on canvas, Tate Gallery. These are probably the most interesting pictures in the book, I would say, these French colonial Pacific Island pictures. I'd say they're by far more interesting than this stuff, I would say. Still, I think in the Pacific, lovely signature, clearly dated. Still in the Pacific. Wonderful. Okay, well, I'll stop because we're running out of time on the submission of the video. I'll do that one next.